Would you look at that? Your local community dumped millions of dollars and fought very hard to keep drugs off the streets. And now Daddy Fritz rolling in, distributing what is quite possibly one of the most addictive substances on Earth.
This is
Pony salt.
It isn't glamorous or cool or kid stuff, and it can kill you. What's really bad is nobody knows how much it takes. So every time you use it, you risk dying.
And as the months go by, I keep perfecting the formula, and now it's 10 times more addictive. Which is why I got this RV and decided to drive off into the middle of the desert. They're starting to crack down on this new drug. And if I want to keep my business going, you guys can't tell no one or I'm gonna soak you in a vat of acid. And no, I'm not talking about the type of acid that consumes your flesh. I'm talking about the type of acid that makes you trip bad and consumes your soul. So you best tread lightly, cash up front first, and don't be going on snitching to no one. So anyways, PlayStation fanboys have had what is quite possibly the worst week of the year.
We got no
PlayStation 5.
We got no
Horizon Forbidden West.
Our pets' heads are falling off!
There's just so much to cover and I don't know where to start. This is quite possibly the saltiest I have ever seen PlayStation fanboys get. They're in a position where they can no longer point and laugh. Instead, they are now the subject of ridicule. And as the months go by and the year gets closer to an end, it just gets better and better. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan has said the company is excited to start working with Nixies to bring more games to PC.
For their gracious aid.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
It's always good to hear from Daddy Jim. Jim Ryan is officially one of the 3 dads of gaming. Gabe Newell, Phil Spencer, and now Jim Ryan. You'll love to see it. Sony capitalizing on a giant chunk of the PC gaming market. Why the fuck wouldn't they? We've discussed this many times. There's a lot of money to be made there. Me personally, I'm starting to view it as a bad thing, because that now means we're going to get more filthy console peasants over here, and I don't like sharing the PC. It's my platform. Get your fucking hands off it. It's people like this John Hartfield guy who was so stumped at the fact he had to restart his PC. I don't want people like that on the platform. Do you? But for the sake of the PlayStation fanboy salt, I'm going to go ahead and let it pass. Just be prepared to quite possibly overdose. This is on you, not me. You decided to take part.
You fucking drugger.
PlayStation always sends PC news in with good console news. Hey, we sold 10 million. Then whispering, yeah, we still porting all our shit over to that bullshit PC platform. Couldn't even separate stories by a day. Fastest selling console of all time, and still running to please others outside of 10 mil? Fuck you.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Whoa, hey, don't stand up. Wait for the salt to flow through you, alright? Let's go over this tweet. I know, that was a lot of salt. I bet you're feeling quite shook right now, but you're not foaming at the mouth, so I think we're good. Have some water. You gotta love Jack Move Johnny. Spends more time blocking people on Twitter than blocking cheeseburgers from going through his mouth. I don't even know how PlayStation announcing that they sold 10 million units is good news to you. Unless you have a stock in Sony, who gives 2 shits? That's just Sony flexing. What, does them flexing equal good news for you? But it's those goddamn PC ports that really set off the PlayStation fanboys, isn't it? They cannot take the idea of PC gamers being able to play 5 to 7-year-old games. That really hurts the ever-living shit out of their ego. Why? Who knows? But apparently it's enough to ruin any good news that PlayStation has. Or, well, what they consider good news. What I would personally consider good news, Johnny, is not that Sony sold 10 million PlayStation 5s. What I would consider good news is if they said, hey, we have plenty in stock for everyone. Get your priorities straight.
Most PC dudes were bullied their whole lives because they were lame as fuck. And now they found a safe space. Banding together with other lame dudes. That's why they always try to attack in groups. At least y'all moved away from school shootings, dickheads.
I haven't done a bong rip in a while. Why not? People come after you because you act like a complete man-child. It has nothing to do with PC gamers being a specific type of person. It has more to do with you being a specific type of character. The type to act like this over fucking video games. You're not upset about developing a high cholesterol. You're upset about PlayStation games being playable on PC. That's what sets you off. You still can't see why people come after you and make fun of you? Oh, for fuck's sake, why am I even questioning it? I'm making money. Let's move on. Sony has delayed the PlayStation exclusive Horizon Forbidden West to the first quarter of 2022, a source tells Bloomberg, confirming a rumor shared by Jeff Grubb yesterday. The latest in video game industry's cascade of 2021 delays.
Did you have to salt the earth so nothing would ever grow again?
There's a reason I'm wearing this hazmat suit. The pony salt has been getting so potent, just staring at it will get you completely intoxicated. There's so much bad news contained in this one tweet. For one, ponies are absolutely pissed off that they have to admit Jeff Grubb was right about something.
No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
Believe me, even I'm pissed off that that soy cuck was right about something. But they're going to have to swallow that L. And especially after this crap gamer tweet talking about how good PlayStation 5 owners will be eating in 2021. No. And nearly every single fucking game in this tweet right here has been delayed. Aside from Ratchet & Clank though, because, you know, it's not too hard to make a 10-hour long game. But this just further proves that the crap gamer curse is indeed real. Whatever platform he goes to, he just brings nothing but destruction. I told you, ponies, you'd do best without him. Get him off your fucking platform now. But you gotta love the hypocrisy. You got countless ponies coming out saying, oh, this is good. Take all the time you need to perfect the game. And you know what? They're right. Except they're giant hypocrites, because whenever an Xbox game gets delayed, like Halo Infinite did, what were they doing? They were there day one to say that Microsoft is going downhill. They're capping hard. It's over for the green brand. Delays are good if it's for Sony. Delays are bad if it's for Microsoft. I mean, they want to have this fake positivity outlook on the whole situation, but we know deep down inside that they're absolutely pissed off because Xbox guys still have something to look forward to this year. And they don't want them to have that. They don't want Xbox guys to look forward to anything. So what do? They then decide to get their hands on leaks for Halo Infinite and start spreading it all over Twitter as revenge for, well, basically all the bad news PlayStation got this week that I just talked about, because they're that petty.
The entire Halo Infinite campaign leaks. Spoilers! Hashtag Halo Infinite, hashtag Halo, hashtag Xbox Series X, hashtag Xbox.
You know, when the opportunity comes for ponies to prove that they can be better than Xbox, they instead choose to prove they're worse, posting leaks to the entire campaign and tagging Xbox and Halo Infinite in it. This is what we call small dick energy. Being so upset at the fact that you won't get Horizon Forbidden West this year, so you decide to ruin everybody else's fun. And you know what? I actually took a look at those leaks, and the only thing I've been able to see so far is that Halo Infinite is going to be content rich and the story is very promising. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm not actually going to leak it to people who are excited about it. And don't get me wrong, I don't think leaking stuff is 100% bad. If you're going to leak and let people know ahead of time that a game releasing soon is a buggy, glitchy mess with an atrocious story and horrible gameplay, then by all means leak it. But that's not the case here. PlayStation fanboys simply have a lot of vent-up anger and frustration at how Sony dropped the ball on them this year, and now they're ending the rest of the year dry with no exclusive content for them. And you know how PlayStation fanboys are. They can't go 1 month without a 10-hour long game with pretty graphics. And if they can't have it, no one else can. So fuck you, Xbox. Okay, I'm turning my open DMs off. A random protected alt account just sent me spoilers for Halo. Screw this dude and all the other fun suckers who spoil stuff. Jesus Christ, if I was that pony, I would watch my back. You don't want to mess with the Final Fantasy XIV cult leader. She single-handedly turned Top Hats from a weeb hater into a Final Fantasy XIV truther. You do not want to start a war with this chick. I'm warning you. You're gonna be brushing your teeth, you'll look in the mirror, she's standing behind you telling you to play Final Fantasy XIV. But that's on you. You want to go around and spoil games for people? Be my fucking guest. Don't be surprised when they push back. Crazy how PlayStation was my main platform for years, but for holiday 2021, Xbox will probably be my main platform to play on. There's very little in offer from PlayStation by then.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Holy fuck. Micah, you okay? When did you start tweeting positive things about Xbox? I've probably been too high to notice. Good for you. It's nice to see someone say one good thing about Xbox. Nah, I'm kidding. It's a fucking travesty. Fuck you, Micah. And in return, we're gonna go ahead and post spoilers for Halo in your comment section. Yeah, they actually did do that. Don't click on hidden replies. There are spoilers for Halo. You know it's bad when even PlayStation fanboy troll accounts are having to warn people about spoilers in their own comment section. But this is how over the top it has gotten. Not even PlayStation guys are allowed to say one positive thing about Xbox. Otherwise, they will feel the wrath of a bunch of Twitter nerds who haven't gotten their dicks wet in a very long time, or quite possibly ever. Kudos to Micah Chips. Looks like he's having a redemption arc, just like the AP99. I understand that a lot of people were affected by fanboys sharing leaked story details from The Last of Us 2/God of War, but please refrain from doing so for Halo Infinite. I've been waiting 6 very long years for this game. Oh come on, that is not a fair comparison and you know it. The Last of Us 2 leaks were there to help people save their $60. Halo Infinite leaks are just out of spite. I mean, yeah, I'm sort of joking here. There's a little bit of truth to that, but he's not wrong. Unless someone asks you to leak something to them, you should assume they don't want to hear any spoilers. Doesn't seem like a hard thing to respect, does it? Well, of course, unless you're a Sony pony, in which case you probably only understood 3 words I said in that entire sentence.
I don't think the story is that important in Halo. People don't care that much to spoil it.
Ah, the words of someone who doesn't actually play Halo. People have been giving a shit about Halo's campaign since the first fucking Halo. What was their #1 complaint about Halo 5? It was the short as fuck and lackluster campaign, because previous Halo games have always been known for having a very good campaign and a very good multiplayer. One of the very few franchises out there that was a complete package. You don't get them like that anymore. Either the multiplayer's half-assed and the story's the best part, or the story's half-assed and the multiplayer is the best part. But Halo was different. My best advice is that PlayStation fanboys steer clear of conversation from Halo. Clearly, they do not know what they're talking about because it's blatantly obvious that they've never picked up a Halo game. Maybe the most they've ever done was play split screen at their friend's house on their Xbox when they were kids, but other than that, they probably haven't actually touched a Halo game.
No offense to you, but it really is poetic justice.
What are you, fucking gay?
Yeah, no, poetic justice would be if you flung those leaks and spoilers at people who maybe did the same to you about the Trash of Us 2, but I bet you can't even remember those specific individuals, and either way, nobody cares. These leaks and spoilers would have made it out onto Twitter, and PlayStation fanboys who don't even hold a vendetta about anything would have messaged it to randos, tagged Microsoft and Xbox and Halo and 343, and posted on every single tweet they are involved in. You see, it's impossible to serve poetic justice when it comes to leaks and spoilers. You don't know everyone who was involved, so it's better if you don't participate. You see, console fanboys often forget they're the only ones participating in these silly wars. Everyone else around them is a casual or simply can't give two shits. Yet they're always caught in the crossfire of these stupid console fanboy wars. And the worst part is, they always have to justify their own behavior by the fact that the other side did it first, as if that somehow excuses and absolves them of any misfortune they place on anyone. Oh, whoops, what's that? You're not one of the people that leaked The Last of Us 2? Wrong guy, my bad, I'll get the right one next time. Fucking ridiculous. Look, I get it. It hasn't been the best year for PlayStation. When Returnal and Ratchet & Clank is the best they had to provide, you know there's not much better to look forward to. Games that made people question the $70 price tag. Clearly 2022 is going to be a much better year for PlayStation 5, but that's so far away for ponies. So expect them to dial up the toxicity, because when they go months, hell, not even months, weeks, without something from PlayStation to munch on, they tend to get out of hand and 10 times more retarded. And I'm stressed enough with the amount of salt I have on my hands. We'll see how fast you guys can consume through this one before I'm ready for the next batch, but I'm pretty confident this one will keep you full for a while. So with that being said, like, comment, share, subscribe if you so choose to. You know how it is, I don't give a fuck. And I'll be seeing you bitches in the next video.
Fritongo sucks ass.